Welcome back, Pokemon trainers. Professor Chaz here. The lab coat is on back order, and I'm bringing you another Pokemon TCG unboxing video today. Now, first of all, a couple quick things to mention. I hope everybody had a happy Easter. Easter was just this past weekend here. And a quick update on my ankle, because like I mentioned in the last video, I sprained it pretty badly. Well, I'm actually able to get around on it a little bit now, so the healing is coming along. It's still not quite there yet, but at least I can get out and about, and like I picked up a new thing to unbox today, for example. And the other thing I wanted to mention too, last week's video had a little bit of technical issues when I was putting it together, like when I was showing off the new cards in the upcoming Roaring Skies set. When I was trying to upload the video, it would stretch the cards either wide or tall, and I did not understand why it was doing it. Like, I'm still relatively new getting back into YouTube, and like I said in a previous video, I have pretty basic stuff for when I'm recording and editing videos. So I use Windows Movie Maker, and it, for whatever reason, whatever file I saved it as, it would stretch the card images. But somehow I managed to figure it out. It was like a setting I was choosing. I just had to completely ignore that setting, and it would, produce the video just fine for me. So from this point out, there shouldn't be any odd stretching. What all the previous videos have had. I've noticed I've looked a little wide, although I do have to start exercising. But anyway, and what I want to actually do at some point is make some sort of, maybe an animated intro or something for these videos now too. So if you have any ideas or suggestions what you'd like to see as an intro, just feel free to leave a comment for me, and I'll take them into my advice there and see what I can do about it. So with all that being said, let's get to the point of the video today. We're going to unbox a new item I picked up, which is the Elite Trainer box, which comes with the Primal Clash expansion. Now, there's actually two of these. This is the Groudon one, and there's also a Kyogre one too. So in one of my previous videos, when I was unboxing the theme decks, I said theme decks are a good way to first get into the Pokemon TCG, because you get everything you need to get, like a 60-card deck with energy, Pokemon, and trainer cards. Now, that's a good way to get started, but if you want to step up your game and play it a little more competitively, this is one of the next best ways to get to it, because when you see what's inside these Elite Trainer boxes, you'll see what I'm talking about. So let's tear this thing open and take a look at what you get. And there we have it, the Primal Groudon Elite Trainer box. Just going to spin around to the back here and take a look at what's on here. It gives you an image of everything that comes in the trainer box right here, but I'll explain each thing as I pull it out of the box here. Nice little write-up, also lists the items that you get, and let's just waste no more time. Let's get right into it. Okay, so in here we get a little booklet. This is the player's guide, and it gives you some information about the new set that's come out. I'm not going to read through everything here, of course, but it tells you some of the more highlights, like the energy cards here, new stadiums, some of the new trainer cards, just all sorts of information to read up about, possibly give you some strategy ideas. And I like this. They give you a nice little visual card list of every card in this current set. That's actually pretty cool. Get to take a look at whichever Pokemon have ancient traits in this set, and check out the new trainers. All the secret full art ones here as well. And also mentions the theme decks. But we're not here to read, we're here to look at some cards, aren't we? Okay, I'm going to slide the top off here. And they come with these handy little pieces of cardboard, which are there for no purpose other than to hold the box up. So we'll discard those to the side. And, well, look at all that we got here. First, let's grab the booster packs out of here. So each Elite Trainer box comes with 8 full 10-card booster packs for the TCG. We're going to be opening those up shortly. You also get a code card for the Pokemon TCG Online. And what this does, I believe it basically just unlocks the card sleeves of this particular set, which I will mention next. These are card sleeves. Now, I don't think I mentioned in a previous video, but if I did, I'll just reiterate here. When you get into playing the Pokemon card game, either competitively or even just for fun, card sleeves are a good thing to use, because these will keep your cards protected while you're playing. As you're playing the game, you have to do a lot of shuffling, and cards sometimes fall, and just basically there's many ways that a little bit of damage can happen on your cards. And as you probably know, a lot of the times the best cards to use are the rare cards, or in other words, the more valuable ones. You probably want to keep them safe from damage in case, if you're ever into the idea of collecting and reselling and things like that, the better condition the card is, the better you can get a price for it. So for that reason, it's always recommended put your cards in card sleeves if you're going to play the game. So they're pretty fancy here. You got your Primal, see if I can actually show it on the camera here. Primal Groudon, there we go. And it mentions Pokemon TCG at the top. Pretty fancy stuff. You can pick up card sleeves anywhere basically, like any kind of a hobby store or gaming store. But if you want specifically, Pokemon related card sleeves like this, they do come in the Elite Trainer boxes. And let's see what else we got here. These here are just little dividers for the box itself, because you can also use this box later to collect your cards and show them off and things like that. So we have these little Groudon Primal Clash dividers, because you want to divide them based on rarity or card type, like energy, trainer, stuff like that. So you can divide them up into 4 or 5 sections. And another important thing that comes in the trainer boxes is energy cards. Now, as I said before, sometimes energy cards are hard to come by, otherwise, other than getting them in the theme decks. Another good way to get them is in the Elite Trainer boxes. Because what you get in these is 5 of every type of energy card. So if you happen to have like a really strong EX Pokemon from a booster pack that takes grass energy, you have no grass energy from a theme deck, you can get at least 5, or not at least, you can get 5 from the Elite Trainer box, plus 5 of every other kind of energy. Always useful. I can't find steel. There it is, okay. I thought they shortchanged me on my steel energy, but we're all good. And we have a little pack here of dice. Now, I think I've mentioned before what these dice are for, but again, I'll just do a quick little recap for you here. So we have, you can see like smaller dice plus the bigger one. The bigger one people use in competition. This is actually what they call a tournament legal coin flip die. What that means is, you know how some attacks require you to flip a coin, right? Heads or tails. Sometimes people don't like that because the coin will bounce all over the playing field and fall off the table. So some people prefer to use dice. Doesn't necessarily mean dice won't fall off the table, but they just prefer the way this works better. So usually they'll use even numbers for heads, odd numbers for tails. And neat thing about these dice, they're pretty interesting as collectibles because the number 1 side of the dice shows the expansion logo of the set that the trainer box comes from. So that's pretty cool. And similar to the bigger dice is we have these smaller dice, which some people use for damage counters. Now, as you know, you get these little damage counters out of the theme decks, little cardboard ones. They're okay, they do the job, but some people like this because instead of having 6 individual damage counters on their Pokemon, you can just put this on, so you know that there's like 6 counters. So that's what those are there for. And the last thing, I almost forgot this part, we have these fancy acrylic poison and burn markers. And funny story, the first time I ever got a trainer kit, the main reason I got it was because I wanted these things. I know they seem really simple and stuff, but you can see here, I'll show the poison there. This is the cardboard one that comes with the theme deck. Pretty simple, pretty basic. It does its job. It just marks that a Pokemon's been poisoned. But look at this thing, it's all shiny. It's almost like glass, it's really awesome. And yeah, I'm a geek, but I like it. So you get these here, more high quality, professional type poison and burn markers in the Elite Trainer box. Okay, so I believe that covers the majority of what you get in the box there. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get to the exciting part. What we got in the random booster packs, 8 total. Let's begin. So the last time I opened up some booster packs, I kind of took a little too much time talking over every single card. So I'll probably just try to breeze through the common ones and just get to the more interesting rare ones of the packs. If and when I can get these things open. Alright, so there's my code card. Unlocks a booster pack of 10 cards on Pokemon TCG Online. Put that off to the side here. Now, gotta remember how I do this again. Got the uncommons, shiny, and then the rare. Nope, rare and then shiny. There we go. Alrighty. Let's see if we can get focused in on here right away. So here we have a Barboach, Weedle, a Corphish, Marill, and Shroomish. Now the uncommon cards. We got a Kakuna, goes good with the Weedle. Nidoqueen. Funny that a stage 2 is an uncommon, but because there's a ancient trait Nidoqueen in the set as well, they made this one less rare. Acrobike. I have a reverse foil Probopass. Actually pretty powerful if it has a tool attached, because this reinforced nose attack will do 100 as long as it's holding a tool, so that's not too bad. And the rare of the first pack will be Wailord EX! Look at this thing! First pack! I don't know how viable it is, because the ability says whenever you attach an energy card from your hand to this Pokemon, you remove all special conditions, such as sleep. Now its attack takes 5 energy, 120 damage, and puts itself to sleep. So, it seems simple. Attach an energy to it to wake it up on your next turn, but you've already committed 5 energies to it. You gotta put a 6 energy. It wouldn't be so bad if you have energy switch cards, because you can just put an energy on it, wake it up, use that energy switch card to move that energy to another Pokemon. So, it's usable, but not quite super amazing. But he's still an EX. I'm going to stand him up back here, right under all of my little figures. So, that was actually a pretty good first pack. Let's take a look at number 2. Wouldn't it be something if every pack had an EX? But that would be a little too much. No. If you get an EX out of every pack, suddenly, oh, they're not all that special anymore. Yeah, right. Okay, got the code card. So in pack number 2, we start with another Marill, a Torchic, Slugma, Illumise, or Illumise. I don't know how you pronounce it. I haven't seen it in the anime just yet, although sometimes they get the names wrong. Remember Officer Jenny's Arcanine? We got Tangela. Here we have another Acrobike, a Masquerain, Archie's Ace in the Hole, which is a difficult card to use because you can only use it if it's the only card in your hand. But if it is, you get to search your discard pile for any water Pokemon, put it right on your bench, and then draw 5 more cards. This is a way to get a Stage 2 Pokemon in play without needing to evolve it up. It doesn't say basic water Pokemon, just any water Pokemon. Also, they use this, some people can use this to get Primal Kyogre into play without having to evolve and end the turn, too. So, difficult to use, but pretty good payoff if you have the right cards in play. Now, we got the Reverse Foil Electric, nice and shiny. Rare of this pack is going to turn out to be Diggersby. Now, I remember when a couple of the last 2 sets, X and Y, and then I believe Phantom Forces, they had a Diggersby. They were both colorless. I thought, I wonder if they're ever going to make a fighting Diggersby to represent its ground type from the video game. There we have it, ground type, or fighting type Diggersby. Moving on to pack number 3. Nice, powerful looking Mega Gardevoir on there. Sometimes the packs open up nice and smooth, other times not so much. Alright, we got it. Taking a look at number 3 here, we got Drillbur, Meditite, Honedge, Trico, and Tangela, Mr. Mime. Look at the fine print on that attack. Trick basically lets you move one Pokemon tool to another Pokemon on that same team. But they have to be very specific with the writing to make sure people don't misinterpret the rules or do something that wasn't intended with it. Like, I suppose if they didn't spell it out perfectly, it could be possible to move a tool to an opponent's Pokemon or move an opponent's to yourself, but they spell everything out that you need to here. Combuskin, Shrine of Memories. Now, I like this one, especially if you're going to run a lot of Stage 1 or Stage 2 Pokemon. It's a stadium that stays in play, And every player's evolved Pokemon can use any attack from its previous evolutions. You still need the necessary energy for each attack. So if you happen to have a Pokemon that has like only 2 energy attached, but its evolved form needs 4 energy, this stadium lets you use one of its basic attacks too, so it can still fight. Really useful. Reverse foil Trapinch. Rare card of this pack is going to be a Walrein, which we already saw in the Ocean's Core theme deck that we opened up. Pretty powerful stuff. Pack number 4. I wonder if we used up all the good luck with the Wailord EX there. Alright, so we have a Nidoran female, Clamperl, Solrock. Pretty useful if you're going to run special energies like double colorless or like shield or wonder energy. Most cards will let you search for basic energy. As you can see here, Solrock lets you search for 2 special energy cards from your deck. So not too shabby for getting some of your more complicated strategies into play. And Chinchou, Mudkip, I believe we got the uncommons now. Yep, Celio, Escape Rope, always good for a quick escape. Both you and your opponent will switch your active Pokemon for one of your benched ones, and your opponent switches first. So you can see what they bring up, and then you can bring up something super effective against it. And another Kakuna. The foil card is going to be Rhydon, pretty cool. And one of the fun things about opening the packs the way I do it is I can sort of feel the front when I do it. I would like feel the front of the rare card. I already know this is a full art. What do we got? What do we got? Full art Archie's Ace in the Hole. Awesome stuff. Look at that. Good for the collection there. Just as viable as the previous Archie's Ace in the Hole, so still hard to use, but it's a nice showpiece. Look at that holographic. Cool. We'll put him back here too, next to the EX. Alright, down to the second half of the packs now. Not doing too bad. We got an EX, we got a full art. I don't know if the rarity of cards like that are more in a trainer box or not. In fact, I don't think they are. I believe my nephew picked up a trainer box one time and didn't get any kind of like a special one like that. I might be wrong on that though, but I think he mentioned that. Alright, so we start off with a cute little Skitty, Horsey, Spinda, Nose Pass, another Trapinch, non-shiny that time, Repeat Ball, pretty nice. It lets you search your deck for a Pokemon that you already have in play. So if you've got like I use this in an online deck I made with like Zubats and Froakies. So if you have a Froakie in play and play this, you can search for another Froakie. If it's evolved into a Frogadier, though you can't search for the Froakie, you have to search for the Frogadier. So it's always important to know when to play this. Like if you have a Frogadier in hand and a Froakie on the bench, you can play this to get another Froakie, put that Froakie down, and then evolve the other Froakie into Frogadier. So timing is important with the Repeat Ball. And another Masquerain. We got another Escape Rope. The reverse foil will be, ooh, nice Beedrill here. And I love the first attack, Allergic Shock. During your next turn, if the defending Pokemon is damaged by an attack, it is knocked out. It needs to take one hit, and this Beedrill will have knocked it out thanks to its previous turn's Allergic Shock. I don't know if it was a translation error or something, but I was reading online, the Japanese version of this simply said, during your next turn, the defending Pokemon is knocked out. And that I figured that had to be a mistake because it's like it doesn't say when. Like it doesn't say like at the start of your turn, at the end, anything like that. But still, as long as you can use that Allergic Shock and switch it out for a Pokemon, since it has free retreat down here, switch for, say, Skitty, that does 20 with its tackle, I think it was. Skitty could knock out an EX in one hit thanks to Allergic Shock. So, not bad. If you can keep the opponent's Pokemon from retreating to the bench. If they retreat, the Allergic Shock is cancelled. Alright, enough about that. The rare card of this pack will be, ooh, Kyogre. Already got a couple of you guys from the theme deck, but still pretty nice. Alright, so we're down to pack number 6 this is. And it's going to be a little bit of an annoyance to get open here. Alright. Let's tear it. Okay, let's see what we got in this pack. Starting off with, got a Spinda, a Nose Pass, Volbeat, Staryu, and Bidoof. Next we have the Kyogre Spirit Link, which will let you avoid the end your turn drawback of Primal Reversion, as long as this is attached to your Kyogre EX. Not bad. Have a Linoon, Vibrava. The reverse foil is a Clamperl. Rare card of this pack happens to be, Ancient Trait Swampert. Now, it's also got an ability here too. First of all, the Ancient Trait Alpha Growth. When you attach an energy to Swampert for the turn, you get to attach a second one to him as well. But the ability is really useful. Once during your turn before your attack, you may search your deck for a card, shuffle your deck, and then put that card on top of it. So it lets you basically choose what you're going to draw next turn, and your opponent can't really do anything about it unless they have things like N or something else that makes you shuffle your deck up. So, very useful. Plus the Hydro Pump attack is 40, plus 30 more for every water energy attached to Swampert. And with that Alpha Growth trait, you can attach 2 per turn, so you can just keep powering that Hydro Pump up. The sky's pretty much the limit with this guy. Let's put him back here with the special collectibles. Alright, now we got pack number 7. Coming down to the end of it here, just a couple of packs to go. As you can see, water Pokemon have a big boost in this set here too. Fighting as well, but I haven't really seen that much out of these packs. And interesting, this is the Groudon trainer box I got. Okay, starting off, we got a Mudkip, another Solrock, Illumise, Bunnelby, another Clamperl, Celio, Energy Retrieval, always useful. Pokemon sometimes lose energy from attacks or when they retreat. This will let you choose 2 of your basic energies from the discard pile, bring them right back to your hand. And a Bouffalant with the ability Sap Sipper. This Pokemon's attacks do 40 more damage to your opponent's grass Pokemon before weakening resistance. So if you happen to know you're playing against somebody with a grass deck, Bouffalant might be a good thing to add in there. Reverse foil card shall be a Nose Pass. Rare card of this pack is, Ancient Trait Gorbis. With the Alpha Growth as well, you can attach 2 energies to it per turn. And Psybolt does 30. You can flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. Pretty cool. Alright, the final booster pack of the Primal Groudon Elite Trainer box. It'd be interesting if I got another full art or EX or something like that, just to say that I got one rare card, or one really super special rare card out of every other pack. So let us take a look at what we got. We have a Lotad, unfocused, there we go. A Spheal, Rhyhorn, Skitty again. I guess it was Tail Smack that it does 20 damage. And Drillbur. Next we have another Shrine of Memories. And a Lantern. I like cards like this where it's it's a lightning Pokemon, but it takes water energy to use its attacks, representing its electric and water type from the video game. And a Grovyle. Cool. The reverse foil shall be a Breloom. And just like I said, we have a grass Pokemon that takes fighting energy. And not too bad. You can do 80 damage with the Mega Kick. And the Dynamic Punch does 40, and if you flip heads, it does 20 more and confuses the opponent. So if you have the item coin, or the item card Trick Coin, give it to Breloom, you have a second 50-50 chance of having that happen. Final card, final rare card of the Elite Trainer box is Beedrill. Non-shiny Beedrill, but still has that same allergic shock attack. And also, this is Beedrill will be good if you have the Trick Coin, because after allergic shock, you can then try Twin Needle, which is a flip 2 coins, does 50 damage per heads. So, not too bad there. I'm going to put him off to the side as well. So seeing as these are the special rare cards of the set here, or the trainer box, I'm just going to put them in the protective sleeves here. And just a quick recap, we do have the Swampert, we've got the Full Art, Archie's Ace in the Hole. Full Arts are always nice to have for your collection here. And the Wailord EX. So now that they're all sleeved up, they're perfectly playable in any deck, as long as the rest of the deck has the card sleeves as well. Alrighty. And so, there you have everything that comes in the Elite Trainer box for Pokemon TCG. Now, I said before, a good way to start the game is get a theme deck, and then maybe get one of these to step up your game a little bit. You might want to consider getting one of these Elite Trainer boxes first, and then picking up a theme deck, because as you saw, I got a Wailord EX, and Archie's Ace in the Hole, and that Swampert. So, if I started with a theme deck that didn't have water Pokemon, and therefore I didn't have water energy, I might now have to go out and pick up a theme deck that has a lot of water energy to make those cards usable in the game. So, an option, like I said, is get one of these first, see what cards you get, and then go choose a theme deck fitting that type to be able to have the energy cards to play the game. But you can do either way, like, you can, there's no reason you can't get 2 theme decks, of course. Get like a second one to add more energy to your collection. And now that I have all this stuff opened, I've got the theme decks, I've got the Elite Trainer box. Next week, what I want to do is make a video about basic deck building and give you some ideas and strategies on how to include certain cards in your custom-made decks. Because theme decks are good, they're fun to play, but competitively, they're not really the best. You're going to see people with theme decks that are including such unique strategies. If you go to Pokemon.com, they actually have some listings on their trading card game page of some strategies you can include in your own theme decks. And I might mention some of those at some point in the future too. So is there anything you wanted me to cover in the deck building video for next week? If so, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you want me to go over, and I'll go ahead and mention those. Alright, thanks for checking out the video, and we'll catch you next time.